Hey, what is going on, everyone? Welcome to another video about Infinity Watch. Yes, you're probably not all that surprised that this is the case. Also, my apologies for not being visible on the screen. As you guys know, I'm going through a massive heat storm, heat wave, whatever you want to call it, so I look I look terrible, so I'm not showing myself today. But what I do want to talk about, though, is some very important stuff. I want to go over Infinity Watch in the arena and how you can actually beat them without Adam Warlock. So yes, that's right. There are some, what I would say, soft counters that exist. You don't actually need an Adam Warlock with your Infinity Watch to beat another Adam Warlock team. It is a bit RNG, iffy, but it is possible, and we're going to go over each of the scenarios. I did some recording of my own clips as well, and we're going to touch on that and exactly what you need to do, what you need to watch out for in terms of being able to counter a 5-man Infinity Watch team. So don't worry, guys, it's not all doom and gloom. And yes, that is a pun intended because we will be using Dr. Doom in these videos clips. So, without further ado, guys, let's get this show started. Okay, so this is my first video. I do have this up on my media player here. So I took this clip earlier on today, and this is going to be what I call the 3 Infinity Watch Doom Sinister. This is the first clip that we're going to watch here, and we're going to go over it, and I'm going to cover it bit by bit here. We do, I believe, go over and we find number 4, Chris, who's 589k Infinity Watch. Now, you can't see it. It's kind of cut off a little bit here, but I'm actually 713k. A lot of this is coming from my Doom and Sinister, to be honest. Like, they are really maxed out. Gamora is quite beefy, but the main 3 members of the the Infinity Watch that you're going to want to use for this is Gamora, Phyla-Vell, and Nebula. The reason is because of the assist that you're getting from Nebula, and that helps apply the vulnerabilities, and Phyla-Vell cleanses. So these are the 3 most important members of the Infinity Watch. You can drop Moondragon. She's not all that important, and we'll kind of see why. But this first clip here, this is with Sinister and Doom, but we're going to go over through this, and we're going to, I'll pause it at certain points where I think is important, and step by step, we're going to go through what I did. So at the start here, you can see that their Nebula went first. So that's going to apply the evades to them. That's actually probably most ideal, because then we'll be able to use our Nebula to clear it. And then they all get evade. They have a lot of buffs anyways. Get the assist from Gamora. And then we use my Nebula. I start on Phyla-Vell. We actually, so if you notice, my Nebula doesn't go all the way around, and that's because she doesn't have enough Infinity Watch members to make it all the way around to all of the targets. But we did manage to clear the evade off of Phyla-Vell, and that's what's important, because Phyla-Vell is actually going to be the #1 target that you're going to want to take out first, because she cleanses, she does other stuff. Also, she doesn't revive. So the non-revive characters are the characters you want to target first in matches, in my opinion. So we carry on. My Gamora goes next. I do the basic. So if you notice here, I do the basic attack. I don't do the special, because you want to hold the special for when they have Death Roof so that you can steal it for yourselves. And then the AI, of course, is going to do the special. That's fine. And who gets targeted? Actually, my Sinister is the primary target, and so he does take a bit of a walloping there. And you see that he took quite a bit of damage, and he has 2 bleed on him. Adam Warlock's special hit Nebula, and this is really important, because if that were to hit Sinister or Doom in this case, then that would spell a bit of trouble. It is a bit of RNG, of course, as to who he's going to target, but this is very important. Nebula takes a little bit more extra damage, but that's okay, because we get the cleanse. Now, the issue with this could be is that if everyone was piling into Doom, or if everyone was piling into Sinister, it's possible the Phyla-Vell could not have been able to clear the ability block, or if Phyla-Vell was actually ability blocked, this could potentially be a problem as well. So the ability block target does matter, but you also just need to be able to make sure that Phyla-Vell can cleanse that. If there's too many, I believe she only clears 2 negative status effects, so that is a bit of an issue. 2 off of other non-Infinity Watch, I'm pretty sure. So the same thing happens. Sinister's almost dead, but Moondragon's slow, fortunately, hits Gamora and not someone else, and we just kind of do that. We kind of get the disrupt on Phyla-Vell. I probably, you know what, more ideally, I probably should have actually disrupted Gamora. That way she wouldn't have got the offense up when she did her ultimate. So that is one thing I would have changed, is I would have done the basic attack on Doom to Gamora. That way, because it actually goes through the evade, and that way she wouldn't get her offense up. So now we have, we're on to Sinister's turn, and we get to clone Adam Warlock. And there you see, on spawn, all the existing Infinity Watch members get Safeguard. And what's nice about that, we lead in with the special, and that gives us the ability block, which I actually put on Adam Warlock. That way it stops the enemy Adam Warlock, so that stops him from being able to use his ultimate, which does the stuns. So there is no way that they can cleanse that, because now Phyla-Vel's already used their special. There is no more cleanses available. And so from here, things just kind of play out. Nothing super exciting. We just kind of beat into Phyla-Vel a little bit more. At many times here, it looks like things are on the ropes. My characters are a little bit low hit points, but we just keep beating into Phyla-Vel, and you hear that boom, 530k. Now, I will admit, my Gamora is pretty strong, but this could probably be replicated with like a 5 red, 6 red, as long as she's gear 14, 15, something like that. You know, obviously you're going to need to do a lot of damage. But that did kill Phyla-Vel, and then we get an extra turn, and we go right into Moondragon and clear her out with the basic. So right after that already, we have 2 characters that are dead, and that puts us in a very good position. Of course, Adam Warlock is stuck in doing his basics, so he doesn't have his stun available, and that's really nice. We get Time Platform, and this basically ends the match, I think. We get 3 turns for Doom, and we get 3 turns for Gamora, and we're going to get the explosions on the Doom bots. Actually, what's really nice there, guys, is we did clear Adam Warlock. He did die once, and now he's going to take even more damage from the special here and put him closer to death. And I think we just finish him off with the basic. Actually, no, I do the special. Okay, that cleared Adam Warlock anyways. And it also killed Gamora once, so that's fine. And then we just do some attacks, and it's basically over from here. So Doom is still really, really important. And for anyone who thought that Doom isn't important to these matches, you're dead wrong, because Doom is one of the most important characters still if you want to counter this team. It isn't a hard counter by any means, but it doesn't. People were so doom. I say doom and gloom, but literally that's how people were feeling about Dr. Doom being useless. But he is far from being useless, guys. Make no mistake, Dr. Doom is still very much alive, and there we are. So that's the first video that I wanted to show you guys there. There's another one I want to bring up. This is what happens if your Doom gets ability blocked, and we'll go through this really quickly. So this was actually the same team. I screwed up, and we'll see why. It was the exact same thing. Things fell apart a little bit quicker. So here we are at the start of the match. Exact same team as that we just went over, actually. And here, I think I started on the wrong side, or did I still go Phyla-Vel? No, I still went Phyla-Vel. Okay, that's fine. But I think what's happened to I just took way too much damage. If you notice that my Sinister's already really low, and then Sinister dies. That's not good. You know, you could actually still beat this without Sinister, without cloning Adam Warlock, but what kind of got into trouble is the target there. Boom. Doom got ability blocked, and I think the reason why this is a problem... Yeah, so if you notice, he got shoved past 50%, and so he actually took his turn before Phyla-Vel could cleanse this, and that's where the problem was. His turn bar got pushed up way ahead of Phyla-Vel, and that's a bit of an issue there. So yeah, basically the rest of it devolved. I'm pretty sure Doom dies here well before he can take his turn and get time platform, and then it just all went to shit. And so that was it there, guys. So that's what happens when Doom gets ability blocked, but he also takes too much damage to really take advantage of time platform. And the very third, I want to show you guys, the third clip here that I have is Doom and Kestrel. So this is still using Kestrel. I took out Sinister, and we're going to be using Kestrel instead, who I decide to use, who I do have at Raider Blue ISO 1, I think. And we do the same thing, and it's actually quite interesting because it really shows that you don't need Sinister necessarily. It does help, but it's not a requirement. What is a requirement is kind of the 3 Infinity Watch members, Gamora, Phyla-Vel, and Nebula. So I would still build those. Even if you don't have Adam Warlock, you can still beat these teams. It is perhaps a little bit more challenging and a little bit more RNG related, but it's not impossible, and you guys can still punch up or punch down or whatever you guys call it, going down in arena ranks, getting higher in the ranks, you know, up or down, I don't know. It doesn't matter. So if you notice here that Kestrel's pretty low on hit points, but we still need to get into Phyla-Vel. We need to make sure that she goes down. So here I think we use the special. Yeah, just because, you know, you can't flip this. You can't flip or clear any of these positive status effects, so we just go in with a special with Kestrel, and we try to get the survivability, get the buffs up on Kestrel so that she can kind of live a little bit longer. Now, Gamora does get an ability block, but this doesn't matter because our Phyla-Vel goes second here, and we do cleanse it. We're still, all the negative status effects are now cleansed. We're still trying to beat into Phyla-Vel, though, and everyone's targeting Gamora for some reason. But this doesn't matter too much. We do need to take, again, what I did there is I targeted Phyla-Vel. Like from the previous clip, I think that you should be targeting with Doom on Gamora. That way she has disrupted, and she can't get the offense up from her ultimate. So that's the only thing I probably would have changed here. I didn't really think about that at the time until after I've already done this. Either way, we're still getting on. And a lot of this plays out very similarly to some of the other clips. And here, this is where I went with the special, and I stole the death proof. That way I gave it to the rest of the Infinity Watch team here, or what's left of them. And then we're still just main targeting Phyla-Vel, trying to get her down, and we do. So with the assist from Nebula and the follow-up striker attack, that's enough to get her down. And we have Kestrel. I don't know how important Kestrel is to this team. Dr. Doom is really important, though. So I think I tried to one-shot her. It didn't work out very well on Gamora. It actually, if you notice, I didn't even get the defense down on her. It actually resisted. So it goes to show how much resistance that Gamora actually has, both because of her rework, because of Moondragon's passive probably, and it's just kind of crazy, to be honest, how much stats she has now. And there we got the stun on Doom, but luckily Doom can't get stunned, and that actually pushes his turn bar up. He does get the slow instead, though, but it pushes his turn bar back, and he's not ability blocked, so we go right into the time platform. Luckily, Doom has tons of hit points, so he can normally survive these kind of things. The one thing you don't want to do is make sure that Doom is ability blocked when he gets his turn, otherwise he can't time platform. That's the most important thing. And so we just go around, I think, trying to clear some of these evades. I don't really know what I was trying to do here necessarily. Did I hit Nebula? Yeah, I don't know what I was doing. Again, maybe putting us some disrupts up, and then we just do the explosion, and then boom, and then we killed Nebula and Gamora once, and Adam Warlock. They all died, actually. And if you notice, there's some ghost buffs here. Adam Warlock has 2 pictures of Safeguard. That's really annoying, because I play on low graphics mode that this kind of stuff kind of happens, and I hate it. Anyways, we go into... We're stuck on Adam Warlock, so we just kind of do more damage. He's already died once, so he dies again there. We move on, and I think we go to Moondragon just for extra measure, and those are our 3 turns with Gamora. And at this point, it's just, you know, it's 5-on-2. So it's unrealistic that they're going to beat us. And, you know, I think Kestrel probably dies for all those bleeds, but that's okay. How much help she gave us, I don't really know, but I just kind of want to share with you guys that it's entirely possible to do with other characters. So here we are. We have this with Doom and Kestrel. I think you could have used someone in replace of Kestrel. I'll have to do some experimentation to see if there's any better members that you could do other than her, but I still think that Doom is really, really important. I'm really not sure if you could do if you could replicate the exact same success without him, because that time platform, especially when giving 3 turns to Gamora, who is the strongest character, or should be, that's really, really important. So I don't know. And there we are, getting rank number 1, and I'm happy that, hey, even though I do have Adam Warlock on my team, and he's sitting on my defense, of course, it is possible to clear this team without the full Infinity Watch. And that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope that some of this was helpful. Let me know in the comments down below if you need any help on you know, rejigging your teams or trying to get this to work. But yeah, just try to follow some of my tips. Hopefully it helps you guys get through this Adam Warlock craziness, this Infinity Watch. And of course, there will be more videos to come involving Infinity Watch, of course, because I think this whole week is going to be crazy around that. And yeah, hopefully I'll be back on a visual soon on the webcam, but I look like an absolute mess. I just wanted to get some videos done and recorded during this heat wave. So hopefully you guys will all understand. And until the next video, guys, stay safe, of course, and keep hydrated. That's really important. And then I'll see y'all later. I screwed that up, but it doesn't matter. Boilon signing out.